We all agree that censorship is wrong. Destroying an original artist's vision is wrong. But why are pink-haired weirdos on Twitter getting away with it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about anime censorship and why it's fundamentally wrong and undermining. I'm Will, I'm the host of The Bald Book Geek, and if you want nerd dump content, please head over to my second channel, Trading Cards, Tabletop Gaming, and Random Story Times of 90s and early 2000s nostalgia. And if you want early access to uncensored content and exclusive content, please consider joining my channel as a member or heading over to my Patreon. So let's start the show, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I've been a fan of anime for as long as I can remember. My gateway drug into anime was actually Pokemon and Digimon, and later Yu-Gi-Oh! Then I discovered things like Ghost in the Shell, Akira, Blood the Last Vampire. I mean, the whole list is endless. Vampire Hunter D is also a personal favourite of mine. But as far as I can tell through countless hours of research, when anime has made its way westward, it's often met with censorship and cultural edits to suit non-Japanese audiences. And this trend spans from the earliest days. I mean, Sailor Moon, they were cousins, right? Or Brock and his jelly donuts. Let's be real. And then you have the modern streaming versions where localizers and voiceover people are shoehorning in their own politics, their beliefs and identities into things that aren't theirs, that don't belong to them. They're just there to do a job. Now with Japan shifting more to an AI thing, taking the Japanese actors and turning them English, which I actually kind of support. I do feel like Japanese studios should have 100% control over the anime they create and their media, and artists should control their art. And artists here are disturb the peace, right? A lot of edited versions often cut content that alters characters' personalities, dilutes those storylines, and fundamentally shifts the thematic essence of the series. And, this whole myth, they need to make it appropriate or more relatable. No, they're not. They're shoehorning in things that aren't there. These changes portray the original intent of the creators behind it and distract from what made the series compelling in the first place. Anime isn't just animation, it's an expressive form of storytelling. Every detail, the dialogue, the visuals, the music, even the pauses contribute to the creator's intended experience. Now, when characters, cultural references, and themes are changed to suit different cultural experiences, it often feels like an entirely different show. And that has happened. I'll pick on Card Captors. Although the Crunchyroll dub of that is awful. Just watch it with subs, it's better. Let's be real. I mean, some series are edited to remove Japanese cultural nuance or depict relationships differently, case in point the cousins in Sailor Moon, out of the belief that non-Western audiences won't understand them or accept them. These changes underestimates the intelligence of the audience and curiosity of the viewer when you have localizers doing streams where they say people are too smart or too stupid, only want lollies and waifus. They really do miss the point. Like, can we talk about that? They really do miss the point of the criticism. The criticism is they're shoehorning everything in that isn't there to start with, changing things fundamentally to fit their own political ideology and their own activism. The lowest common denominator of society, let's be honest. And it really does think that the audience are this stupid. Now, I'm going to say this, anime provides a perspective and cultural aesthetic that you don't get in Western media. It's far better storytelling than most of the big budget Hollywood movies that have come out. Anime should be left as intended. It offers a unique authenticity, and audiences can experience a story as the creator envisioned, with all its intended nuance and cultural quirks. Characters are a great example. They're usually designed to portray specific personality, struggles, perspective, that not only resonate with the Japanese audience, but hold universal truths. If you know enough about anime, you can understand a character's personality simply by the way they look. oh, this character has, her boobs are too big, or this is that, and this is, like, guys, get over yourself. This idea that we must protect the precious Westerners from Japanese culture and boobs is just hilarious. I mean, the boob rant is coming at some point or another, even though I'm not really interested in them. But joking aside, tampering with these shows is bad, and the artist, the intended creators, should have final say in how their media is handled, rather than some localizer with pink hair and a nose ring eating her 10th Happy Meal of the day. Can you imagine watching Neo Genesis Evangelion without the raw psychological depth? Or seeing Naruto without the cultural context of its ninja world? It's not the same experience. And I'm going to say this. What's more damaging is that when anime is butchered to cater to a Western ideology that wasn't present in the original creator's message, it's a problem. If it's not there to start with, why are you putting it in? Why? Why is your ego and narcissism and pink hair dye telling you to do this? Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to pick on some low-hanging fruit. It's a kid's one, Yu-Gi-Oh! It received numerous edits in the West to cater to a younger demographic. But some of those edits undermined its themes, or even trivialized them. And the whole show is about friendship, struggles, and triumphs, and overcoming. It's a sports anime at its best with a supernatural kick. But a lot of that got lost in the Western dub. Although I will say the Western soundtrack is rather amazing. Mostly. Just pure on nostalgia on that one, let's be real. Creators, writers, and animators in Japan are striving to tell their stories that mirror their society or their viewpoints. That's the beauty of anime. But it speaks to viewers globally. It allows them to draw their own meanings. When Western political ideas are imposed on anime, it morphs the series into something that doesn't align with the culture or the intentions of the original creators. Political interference and censorship often work against the very nature of art itself, when it's meant to challenge, inspire, and evoke. We don't want to lose what makes Japanese storytelling so unique, and anime and manga and a whole thing so unique. And it risks destroying what it is. Anime has proven that it has a resonance deeply with global audiences. Why is it being tampered with? Allowing it to exist without unnecessary censorship and interference is essential for ongoing integrity and power of the original creators. And that's a thing. As a creative, I don't want people playing with my things and ruining them. Anime thrives on a cultural... It thrives on a cultural mirror of Japan, of the creators, of the people that did it. By keeping anime true to its roots, fans and creators alike can benefit from it as the art form. It speaks volumes across borders without needing to lose any of what makes it essential and what makes it beautifully written. Those quintessential eccentricities of Japanese culture, or the creators, or their personalities. Leave it the way it is. And when we get to the end of this video, if you've made it this far, please type in Waifu Lives Matter into my comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.